Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Sandy and today we are going to be doing some spring cleaning, much needed spring cleaning. I do a lot of home decorating over here typically and a little bit of light cleaning, but today we're going to do a little something a little bit different. We're going to get a little down and dirty with it, if you will. I'm going to be sharing some of my dirty little secrets and how I bring them all together. So if you'd like to see what I'm talking about and how it all turns out, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to get started with cleaning the blades of my ceiling fan. And this is really something I should do each week when I do my dusting, but I don't. And it ends up looking like this before I end up thinking to dust them. Simple task, but it's just something I don't get around to as much as I should. So as I'm dusting, I'm doing this old school thing that my mom always used to do, and that's take your dust cloths and whatever you're using and shake them out outside and bring them back in the house and start all over again so that you're not transferring dust to different parts of the home. I don't know if people still do that or not. I kind of looked at it as kind of old school because we used to do it when I was a kid growing up. We also used to take our rugs out to shake them out. I don't do that anymore because most of my rugs are too big to do that. But it's nice to be able to have that option. Not sure what it's doing to the environment, but you know, it does get your house clean. Following suit with that, I'm doing the same thing with these corners. I get spider webs. Oh my God, I don't know where they come from, but spider webs, dust bunnies, all of those types of things. So I'm going up over the doors. And it's a good time for me to also check to make sure that I have a little tool up over the doors that can be locked to unlock them in the event that the grandkids go in there, lock themselves in or whatever. So I make sure that I have those up over the doors as well. But basically, I'm just going through each of the corners. Oops. Lost my little mop head there. But anyway, I'm just using this. Love this thing. I wish it was a little bit more sturdy, but it gets the job done and gets things dusted up. This is the door leading to my patio area, and I do need to wash it with some soap and water, but I'm starting off with a nice dust. I'm going into cleaning off my light fixtures. That's another area that needs to be dusted on a regular basis. Dust just accumulates here, especially from me having my doors open a lot when the weather warms up. And these glass crystals will show the dust real quick. So I'm cleaning those. Also going to clean the apparatus around it that holds them up and all that. That also accumulates dust, but it made a world of difference getting these things cleaned up. I love these light fixtures and they look so much better when they're actually clean. Lord help me. This is my pantry, and no matter how hard I try, it ends up looking like this. I have a small pantry. That is one thing that if I ever get another home, I definitely will want a larger pantry because I like to keep a nice supply of food on hand, but it's very easy for it to become disorganized, especially when you have multiple people going in there, pulling things out, and things just don't get put back where they need to be. So anyway, I'm pulling things out of the shelves here. I'm starting one shelf at a time. I am not going to overwhelm myself by pulling everything out and cleaning it and putting everything back in. This way, if I get tired, I can, stop for the day or whatever. So I'll do one or two shelves max at a time, get that cleaned up, and then start over with another one. So this is what the pantry is looking like once I got done. It's still really crowded. It's a small space and I've got a lot of food, and that's not going to change, but it looks a lot better. I know what I have. I took the opportunity to get rid of things that were expired, which, you need to do that on the regular anyway. I will never have Pinterest perfect in my home, but it looks so much better. Now, here's another closet that needs attention to my home, and I don't think I've ever shared this, but this is the coat closet, which is right by the front door. Now, this is where I house my extra candles, my coats, of course, and also shoes. I try to have this to be a no-shoe household, so we put shoes in this basket here and put on house shoes when we come in. What I'm going to do in here is I'm just going to take the heavier coats out that I know we won't be wearing for a couple months here. And then, just to empty out as much as possible and just kind of organize in here the best that I can. Now, when I get new candles, I typically will start to burn them right away. I don't know why I have this battery pack thing here, a package of batteries with only one battery in it. I'm going to go ahead and put that in my battery caddy. I love this thing because it helps me to be more organized and know what batteries I have on hand. For prepping purposes, I do like to keep a pretty decent selection of batteries. I see why this D battery wasn't in here because there was no room for it. But anywho, we'll find a better place because this whole package doesn't need to be in here with one battery. That's crazy. But anywho, as I was saying, I start to burn my candles, but I don't necessarily burn them out, and then I'll like get tired of it or the seasonal change, whatever happens, and then I store them in here and I'll revisit them again when I'm ready to burn it again. So most of these candles here have already been started to burn. So I'm going to just organize them and then give this area a good little vacuum out and mop out of the floor and move on to the next project, which is my bathroom. Oh my God. I know. Now, I've said before, I'm a product junkie. I buy a lot of products. Some I use, some I try them all, but some work and I use them up and some don't work. And instead of giving them away or even returning them in some cases, I end up accumulating things. So let's go ahead and get this linen closet together. Now, I'm going to spare you the task of watching me pull all this junk out of here, but you get the picture. I had to pull things out, purge them, and clean out the space. And this is what I ended up with. I folded my towels, I organized things. These are the toiletries that, believe it or not, I actually do use. I got rid of everything that I do not use. And this is the end result. Again, it's not perfect, but it works. Now I need to tackle the floor in this bathroom. I have tile in my bathroom floor that I absolutely hate because it is a disaster to keep clean. I have this power washer that I've had for a few years. I actually got it from Lido, which is like the sister store to Aldi, if you have that store. And you know that middle aisle in those stores always have little gadgets that are very, very useful. And so I got this a few years ago, and I don't pull it out nearly enough. And you'll see in a minute what I'm talking about. Now, don't get me wrong, I mop my floor in my bathroom every week, but I usually use a Swiffer more often than not. Swifters are really, really nice. I love it for, just a quick cleaning when your floor is just a little dusty, but you need to get with this type of towel, and I do mean get with it on a regular basis to really keep that grout looking clean. So once I get the water in here and get everything together, I'm showing you here the grout in the floor. Now, it is reasonably clean, I guess, because I do mop on a regular basis, but I don't go through this process of kind of steaming this. And so that's what I'm doing today is a really deep clean. I'm going to go in with some Awesome, which is from the Dollar Tree. I love that stuff for this particular project, but I'm steaming it. I'm steaming around the baseboards in here as well because they do accumulate a lot of dust. And where I do clean them regularly, steaming them makes a world of difference. So I do love this little gadget for that reason. If I ever come across some extra money that I have absolutely nothing else to do with, I am going to replace this floor. I cannot stand this type of tile. I really do not like it. This is what the builder put in here. And so for now, I have to live with it. And this is the same type of tile that they put in my shower. So I have to go through the same process with that as well. But I do find that I can use some of the shower cleaners. If I use like a daily cleaner in there, it does keep that tile in there or the grout in there looking a whole lot better than it does on the floor. So this bottle here actually has that Awesome in it. I just replaced it with this spray bottle. And I'm going to put that in there and just let it marinate for a little while. Then I'm going in with this brush, and you can see already that some of the dirt is coming out of there or is starting to look cleaner, but it's not going to come completely clean. That's just not the nature of this type of grout, but it's going to look a whole lot better. But who has time to get down on their hands and knees every week with something like this? But I digress. So now I'm going to come in with my old cedar mop, and I'm going to mop here with some Spick and Span on top of all the other work that I've done to get this floor as clean as can be. I love this old cedar mop, and it really does so much better than the Swiffer, but I do find that in a pinch, when I'm in a hurry and doing some cleaning, I'll just pull out that Swiffer, but this is what I need to pull out every week to really keep this floor a lot better. But that's all right. We're getting it done now. And when I get done, I will be happy to have this done. And I'm going to try to do this exercise at least once a month, mop it every week as I've been doing, but do this once a month. And it'll be a lot better than it is now. It's been longer than a month, y'all. I'm going to tell you the truth. It has. So now I can go ahead and put this room back together. Now, I've condensed this video to probably less than 15 minutes, but I promise you it has taken me several days to get this done because it's a lot of work. This is nothing that you can just rush through. But I'm taking the opportunity, since I'm in this bathroom and this is my final project for the day, to go ahead and switch up a little bit of the decor that I had in here. I'm just going to do a very simple little vase here. I thrifted this vase a long time ago and I love it. And I'm pulling out these calla lilies, which I love for the spring season. And I'm just kind of organizing them in here. And I'm just going to place a candle here. Nothing too, big or anything, but it makes such a difference, I think, anyway. And I really, really love how nice and fresh and clean my bathroom is today. Whew, that was a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, it did take several days to complete everything that I had to get done. And even though it looks like it was like quick, editing is a wonderful thing. Trust and believe. It took a long time to get through all of the stuff that I did. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it inspirational and motivational to go ahead and get some of those projects that you may have been putting off in your home. Just go ahead, do a little bit at a time. If it takes you 2 days, 3 days, a week, a month even, just get it done. Get it done. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the thumbs up button. Also consider subscribing if you're not currently subscribed. I would love it if you would stick around and become a part of my YouTube family. And if you are already family, thank you so much for stopping back by. I appreciate you, and I hope to see you all over here on my next one. Bye-bye.